Good morning. I look shocking. Look at me. Sinus bags under the eyes. How are you guys? Good? Yesterday's video is currently uploading. I should really just go and check how that's going. I've just had a very, very quick tidy up around the house. So today's plan is the kitchen. I'm just going to put a load of washing on in a second. And I'll show you what I would like to do. Right. Ready for the spin. Okay, so this is my kitchen. You don't need any introduction to this room. It's a funny shaped thing and there's not a lot of storage, so we make the best with what we have, don't we, Digger? So I'm going to start from the top, down the walls, onto these surfaces, and then down to the floor, basically. I need to give the ceiling a really good clean. The ceiling has been I painted the ceiling a few years ago, but I never got around to finishing the lounge because I got unwell. So I would really like to get this lounge ceiling painted in the near future. So this is going to help with that. There's all sorts, like the wallpaper's pretty old, but we're going to do up the kitchen at some stage soon, so that's not a big worry. But I would like to get any fly dirt or anything off there as well. All I'm going to be using for my cleaning is pretty much water and maybe a bit of vinegar. This is a Norwex mini mop pad. I'm going to put it on the extendable pole for the ceiling. And the first thing I'm going to do with the ceiling actually is I'm going to just spray it with some water to soften up the poo. And I'll swiff along that, and then I'll do the scotias, and then I'll start from that wall all the way around. La 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 la. Do the windows, the tops of the range hood always gets sticky up there, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's me before. It's probably a bit hard for you to see. It always looks a little bit better on camera than what it actually is in real life, and that's not a bad thing. Right. Let's start. I'm going to find my music, fill up my water bottle, and we'll get going. Okay, so I've done the ceiling. Nearly broke my neck, even though using that's way easier than any other method. But I'm wondering if you guys can see. You can. So you can see I have, where's my finger? I've done this section of the scotia and the wallpaper. And you can definitely see a difference. So now I'm just going to go along there and carry on. just stopped for a craft break. It's almost 20 past 11. Look at me. I have done quite a bit, but anyway, I stopped for a craft break. I sat down with my water, put my glasses on, turned TV on to watch a little bit of a knitting podcast. I thought I'd just watch It Is a Sarah and do some knitting. I just felt like I just needed to have a break because I've been working since 7 a.m. And I got Happy Mail. I ordered these last week. And it's a little treat for myself. So I will show you what I got. Ready. Bum bum. This is... These are clogs. The left always looks a little bit bigger because I have a bigger right foot than a left. It's hard for you to see my terrible I love them. So let me just show you. They are, oh, I'm still zoomed, hang on. It's better. You don't see my face. So the company is called oh, go away. Stop. No, go away. I'm not having much. No, stop. That's better. It's called Love of Clogs and they are an Australian company. Let me show you I already have another pair. I've actually got 2 other pairs from the same company, sorry. I'll show you later. I think from what I understand, the lady, I think she is Dutch. But anyway, there they are. Oh, I love these ones. You know, they're so comfortable. You wouldn't think that standing on wooden soles would be so comfortable, but they really are. Oh, they're going to look lovely in my summery dresses. Let's just appreciate the beauty of these again. And all the mess in the background. Right, that's that break. I've got 15 minutes left of this podcast and then I'll carry on working. It is 10 to 4 in the afternoon. I did have an hour nap and that felt good. I was pretty tired. But I've finished. You can see there, that is a blackboard I made out of an old mirror. That's going to go out to my sewing room. So I'm going to swivel you around and I'm going to show you what I did. So you would have seen I started off, I did all the ceiling. There's only 2 areas I haven't done and that's directly around the lights. I'll get Evan to do that because the ladder has to be right in the centre of the room and I need something to hold on to. I'm not very good on ladders. So I've done all the walls. I've also oiled, I've got furniture's Restorer's wax that I use on my wood furniture. So I gave that all a good clean and a wipe down. Moved some of my decorative bits down. So this was my mother's little set. Oh, I cleaned that, but that doesn't look very clean. And yeah, I just shuffled a few bits and pieces around, gave everything a good dust. Walter Cat's happy, changed the tablecloth on the table. And look at her. Bet you there's something under there that I didn't manage to get. Then when I came in here, I've cleaned all the areas up there and the walls. So all the walls have been done completely. And then I hung these little cup hooks up under here for the my mollies. And then I just rearranged everything on the shelves. So up the top there you've got some steam pudding bowls, which I do use. A little molly grater. I've got 4 of the Spong meat grinders, one of which was my nana's. The icing set and the cookie and biscuit set up there, I use those still. What has that cat found? What else have we got? Just bits and pieces, little teapots that were my mum's. I inherited those when she passed. So over here is all coffee related, and then over here is all tea related. This is a print that my daughter did for me. You see she signed it on my birthday last year. So yeah, really happy with that. Everything's nicely cleaned. I'm going to chop up some banana shortly and dehydrate it. So yeah, all cleaned up around the windows and the top. You can't really see in that light. It definitely needs, because when I painted the ceiling in here I didn't do the scotias. I was waiting until I'd done the lounge, but obviously things kind of went pear-shaped there. So I even took everything out of these jugs and reorganised that mess. What else? Yeah, just everything has been wiped. Everything has been wiped. But now the lounge is a mess. Because there's things in there that I have to rehome. Just like these big, I've got these big pots which I do use, but I don't have space for them in the kitchen, and I had them up on the top shelves, but then it was too hard to get up and down there all the time, so then they'd spend half their time on the floor. So they need a better home. So I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to put a, what do you call it? Corned beef in the pressure cooker. So we'll do that now. Oh, Digger's eating the rest of his breakfast. Right, I'll get that all ready and then I'll do it with you. Right. Right, I've got everything prepped. Trying to be onto it. So I might pop you. Do you think I could pop you up on the shelf here? Toggle you down. Oh, look at that. Okay. So in the pot, I've got 2 onions chopped in half, and I've put them on the bottom of the pot, and then I've rinsed the piece of meat and popped the piece of meat on top. Now I'm going to put about a tablespoon of brown sugar on top of that. I tried to look for some peppercorns, but turns out I've obviously I've filled this and I've used it. So I'm just going to put those. It's just, what have I got? There's about 15 there. There's recipes for this online. You don't really need this. Okay. Got that. Going to put about half a cup of malt vinegar. In there. There's about half a dozen cloves there. Cloves. 2 bay leaves. And then I'm just going to fill this to the top of the meat with water. There you go. So I'll put that in the cooker. Put the lid down. This multi-cooker is actually great. So good. So I'm just going to plug that in, turn it on. Right, lock it into steam position. So now, I always kind of forget what I'm doing here. I'm doing time, and we want to do, where's it doing that? Oh, I'm going to do about oh gosh, I wasn't even showing you. I'm going to do about an hour and 20 minutes. I find that's about best. Texture, don't need to worry about that. And then I just go start. Easy. Right, put this rubbish away. My head's feeling a bit heavy.
Well say that Sir James and
Someone's using me as a cushion.
Are changing the traditional way of life. Well,
like she's literally
changing it from my finding myself.
let's make mustard sauce. So 1 egg. Oh, shush you. No. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2. Okay, you don't even eat sugar. Right. So I just need this. Whisk together. Then I need to add flour. So I need 1 tablespoon of flour, and I just have that left in this container. 1. Pepper. Oh, you want cookies, don't you, Kat? Then I need 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. I will actually use a measure this time. 1, 2, and just want to make sure there's no flour lumps. Right, now I need a quarter of a cup. Quarter of a cup. So it's a half cup measure, so I'll just do half a half cup. Mix that in. And then I need a cup of the water from in here. So let's just do this. I don't want those, get out big chunks of onion. I'll do a bit more. And a tad bit more. Right. Just whisk that together, and then I'll heat it, and then I'll season it with salt if it needs it, because that water can be a bit salty already just from the brine that the corned beef or silver side is cooked in. So all we're going to do with this is stir it. You just got to keep it constantly on the move. Until it thickens. I've just pinned out. I've just wrung out that top that I finished. It's a cotton silk blend fibre, and I've just I've put a towel over an earring rack, and I've just laid it flat on that, because you don't really need to block it, because it's supposed to sort of have a kind of a rusticy look, but I didn't want to just wear it straight. Ha, Cat, no, I don't. No, I said no. No. I didn't want to not wash it because the, you know, that yarn's been on that comb for ages. I felt like it needed to be washed before I wear it. Being cotton though, it will take a while to dry, but if it's warm enough yet tomorrow, I might just drape it over a clothesline, get some wind through it. So you can see this is thickening up really nicely now. And I'll get that meat and I'll slice the meat, mash the potatoes, and we'll have that, and we'll just have some of that cabbage salad that I made last night. I'm not sure what time Evan will be home because he was working up the coast today. Beautiful. You've been fed. Stop being so... Why are you being so demanding, cat? Meow. I'll give you a meow. Yeah, stop. Right, that's turned off. Right, dinner is dished up. That's mine. And that's Evan's. His will be reheated in the microwave and then the salad will be added to it. And then it will be time to do the dishes.